Reporting for duty, Commander. Oof! I need a weapon. Fight for the Empire!
Alright. How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii channel. Yeah, it's not like we're
Keep moving, trooper.
it's not like we're moving back to newspaper. But whatever is supposed to be variety, and I do cover the paper. There's just so much stuff going on in Hawaii, and the newspaper just gets it, you know. I vlogged the other day, and I did a walk. I'm supposed to do walks. I'm supposed to do exercise walks, and since I'm supposed to do it, and it's not like the greatest topic as you get,
Standing by.
I just dropped the camera, so I went and did it. And then I was making a thing out of it. Instead of making the things out of something, one is, let's check this out. Look at this. What's in the paper? What's going on in Hawaii? Okay. The vaccination card that everyone's like wham about is here. Okay. There you go. There it is. The vaccination card. Here, this is even worth the thumbnail. Gotta get something out of that. That's old newspaper technique. Some of this is newspaper. I'm just learning along the way. Teaching, freaking learn how you go. Learn how you go. Anyhow, what this is digital. Notice the word digital. That's the main thing. See, they're gonna do it anyways. It's September 13th. It's the 9th today. So it's 9/9 today. And on the 13th, they're implementing these certain areas that you need to show proof of vaccination or proof of you've been tested within the last 48 hours, which I think is going to go by the wayside for the most part. They're offering a lot of free testing, but who's going to get tested every 48 hours? Every 2 days, you're going to get a test. Every 2 days, you're going to get a test. So those people are going to be, right? Unless you got to go to one place one time and you happen to be tested. And it's like, yeah, well, I got my bus pass. It's like a bus pass. It expires. The vaccination card, though, this is the kind. This is what everyone's been. They're like, okay, now let's get. I got my vaccinate. Wow, what about me? I got vaccinated. So, the smart, as in internet. Chills up the spine. Smart means internet. I'm online. I'm smart. Thanks for watching. Hope your internet connection is Marvy. So if you get a vaccination, then you upload the information on your card, and then you upload them on the internet. Yeah? So you're smart, eh? You know how to do that. You're smart. And then you put, so the website, you order the card info, I guess, I don't know, picture of it, whatever it is, and then you have it on your phone, right? One of my viewers might recognize this phone. I've already utilized. This is not really a phone right now. It's a camera, and it has Yeti on it. Watching Yeti stuff. So you upload them, and then what you have is on your phone is a QR code. The QR code. It looks like, gosh, I'll explain. Oh, sorry. It looks like this. Except it's a small square. It's supposed to be like barcode, but it's not barcode. It's just like this gobbledy modeled look. Anyways, that's the QR code. It's the square things. You hold your phone to it and you go, oh, look. Oh, it's a QR code. Boop. Okay. And they're doing that for instant transfer, right? You go do that and you're on someone's website. You do that and you can pay for your coffee. Stuff like, speaking of coffee, coffee. And I thought we were at 70 something vaccination population. No, you know why? It's like 64%. It's like, they're like, oh, we got up to 64%. It's like, what? I thought we wouldn't even get 70? God, because why? We're pretty good with vaccination. Anyways, this is it. So the program is slated to go into effect March 13th. So they're going to have digital. Now it's a digital option. You can still flash your card if you feel like Wi-Fi old school. Jack Lord. Welcome, Dano. Alright, so. And then they're going, oh, ooh, look, reading out crap. You know what I can do here? Let me just try this out here. I can do my speech view, which is, I can show these. So, oh, wait, wrong side. I gotta do this on the sly. Oh, wrong side. So down here, weeding out crime. Back to Chinatown. So in Chinatown, right? Did you know that there was a murder detective in the 20s or 30s in Honolulu, this island, in this place? And it's like, Leong, I don't know what his name is, I forgot. He's buried over there in the cemetery in Punch Bowl, Manoa Cemetery, what on big cemetery. Chinese guy, he was a detective, and that's the guy that they based Charlie Chan, you know, the detective. He's kind of like Sherlock Holmes, except number one son. So here we go with this. It's weeding out, okay? It's weed and seed. To weed out crime, let's say, and seed. You weed out the crime and you seed in activities that are pro-social. I don't know, pro-social activities. It doesn't really specify. Homelessness and crime has gotten out of control. Right. So, that's kind of like headline. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Gotta get them. Like, gotta do this. I was like, something's wrong here. No, I'm like, oh shoot! Now I gotta do subtraction in the morning. 13 minus 7. So I take this out and I just subtract that, yeah? Then it's like this. I'm already like this far away. Man. Okay. So, that's it. Okay. Your 411's over. Okay, that's good. Yay, thank you. Have a nice day. Now, we did pretty good for... This is what people are thinking about because they want to get out of the vax bubble. I mean, I walked out. I did this little walk. It wasn't even a walk. I drove down because I can't do this road run, and plus it has bad connotation. I can't walk up and down it. You know, I just had to drive somewhere to go walk. Okay, sorry. Third world, underdeveloped countries. It's funny, Cadillac problem. And so I go over there, and then they're walking around, and I forgot what I was going to talk about. So whatever. I'm walking, that's what I'm walking, I have my mask on. I'm walking here with the mask. Because I didn't know someone was going to pop out and rat me out in the hotline. I walk out, then it's like the surfers and people at the overlook. They're at the overlook. Come play with us, Danny. The lookouts at Diamond Head, and they see the surfers down there, and they go surfing, and they hang out there too. I got back to the car, man. There's like two women in the skinniest string bikinis outside the back of their vehicle that pop open, and they're rubbing oil on each other. I mean, it was head to toes. It was like the and they were wearing the skimpiest bikini. It's like, oh my god, that's like right next to me. I'm like, sorry, excuse me. It's just, I mean, it was more than just women in bikinis. It was like, holy crap! It was like just get out the dollar. Here you go. Sexuality. Everyone's like, okay. I'm not getting any, so I can make fun of it. I get a free pass. Okay, here we go. The kind in schools, they're not public schools. That is, they're not requiring the 3-foot distancing, much to the chagrin of many. My child is 3 feet away from who knows what, and they don't have to tell you. That's right, they don't have to tell you nothing. Because you can't call in, because it's Pika Pika, whatever that is. It's like that protection, privacy for the students. It's kind of like privacy for medical records. It's a federal thing. I remember that. All right, here we go. How about go? Oh, did we miss Back in the Day? What the heck, man? Where the heck is Back in the Day? Son of a vaccination card. I can't miss Back in the Day. It's like almost my favorite part of this freaking thing. All right, what do we got here? It says 1976. The Takinaka store with its groceries and general merchandise and served Whatevah for decades. It just shows you the store. Here. All right, let's try this one. There's a Whatevah store. It is for decades. It's open for the Halloween haunted house attraction, the broomsticks. The general store. Ding, 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 ding. He's putting on the job there, Jacob. Oh gosh. Whatevah. Yeah, how old west this place was not that long ago anyway. Okay, now, big Q, right? Because it has big Q, has big A. Today, how much of a problem is racism in Hawaii? Oh, I can answer that. It's a total problem. It's always been a problem. Racism has always been a problem. Racism has always been there. I think it always will be there. I think it's part of our human nature to, someone looked different and it's unknown and there's already automatic fear of the unknown. It's like, that's why Kennedy got the social studies was born out of this topic. He didn't have social studies in school. Now he got social studies thanks to JFK. Thanks. Jeez. But anyways, it probably always will be there. The only thing to mitigate is the response to it. Like, for example, in Hawaii, they had the plantation days. Yeah, they brought in I'm going to use my time. They brought in the plantation days. They brought in, these greedy landowners that were plantation. It was a sign of the times. That's how things worked. Plantation days, just like in the South with the blacks and the cotton. You have in Hawaii, Hawaiians, Portuguese, Filipino, Japanese, and Chinese, all of those ethnic groups were brought in to do, and Hawaiians, don't forget, to do plantation work for the sugarcane and pineapple later. But mostly it was sugarcane back then because it was cash crop. Shoots. The sugar cane in Hawaii goes down to molasses, right? Just molted brown sugar, molasses, and also they used to do yams, like sweet potato, yams. The yams and the molasses of Hawaii went to the U.S. Civil War and fed troops in the Civil War, U.S. Civil War. That's how far back it goes. So all these races are in there, and it's hard work, and it was basically kind of, it wasn't quite slave because they paid them, but it was actually worse than slave labor. The conditions were really bad. So how come they can talk when The young guy don't know Chinese. The other guy doesn't know Japanese. The other guy don't know English. The other guy don't know Hawaiian. This thing. So what they did was they pieced together different stuff so they could communicate, and that's how you get Pidgin English. It has Hawaiian, and it has like it's broken English because it's not proper English, and it has all kinds of cultural terms thrown in, and that's how what they use to communicate. So you don't have to learn full English, and then all the different races kinda got along better than they would have, in a sense. And then after that plantation days in the Pidgin English, basically it's an island. You gotta live on it. So most of the time, it was everyone makes fun of everybody else equally. It's kind of like the Clint Eastwood show, El Torino. Hey, he goes into the barbershop. What's up, you damn Polak? You look as ugly as ever. It's kind of like that style, but for the different ethnic groups, and everyone lived together. And when I was a kid, it was effing Howley. They still had effing Howley, but that's another story. I talk too much. I talk too much on that. Want to kick your history. Alright. I think this is working. Some of this stuff, man, I swear to God, it takes so long to freaking set up by the time I set it up. Okay. We got a few more you can do. Okay, this one. This is the... Oh, look. Taliban 2.0. They're all green, happy smiley faces. Like, hey, we're better than ever now. Is it connected to the internet, or is this the second version? I don't know what the green smiley faces is, though. Yeah, but we'll see. The Taliban is now in control of Afghanistan. 20 years ago, 9/11, Twin Towers come down, great tragedy. We shall declare war on the terrorists. So they go follow the Osama bin Laden to Afghanistan, who's hiding him in the holes. This the Al-Qaeda and the Taliban guys. Yeah, I don't know. Figure it, separate them if you want to. So 20 years later, we leave Afghanistan, and they have tons and tons of military Humvees, equipment, cannons, rocket fires, and any leftover guns and ammunition. We supplied them with a freaking military war machine, because we're America. That's how we roll. We rock and roll. Alright, just a thought. Let's do one. I don't know. This one's vaccines, discriminatory. I'll read this one. Vaccine passports, QR code, are discriminatory. I am writing as a concerned citizen, law-abiding human being, and long-time taxpayer in the county of Hawaii. Should I say Hawaii? It should be like that. Thousands of people have testified in opposition to vaccination passports. The people have spoken, and the government is ignoring us. Please remember that the government is not above the people or above God, who promised us free will. Right, God? Promised. Well, I'm going to hold you pounded to these cool promises. My father, brother, uncles, grandfather, and great-grandfathers, and several friends were soldiers who fought for the United States, putting their lives in the line for our freedom. May the energy they gave not be in vain. Whether you got an experimental vaccine or not is none of my business. And it's none of anyone else's business who got it. I'm scared already. We deserve the right to choose what we put into our bodies. That's the legal part. Vaccine passports are discrimination. This country was built on freedom, and we the people still have rights. Donna, Davina, Default, Captain Cook, Hawaii Island. The vaccine passport is just, it's like an ID, that's all. It's an ID. It's just like if you got the passport, if you got the vaccine, you can get the passport. It's not mandating anything. President Joe Biden knows about the mandate all the federal employees to get vaccinated, so maybe you got a point. But the ID is still on the voluntary stuff. Okay, unvaccinated deny others hospital care. They should have mercy ships for the people. A new book reveals the lies of Afghanistan. We're winning the war in Afghanistan. No, we're not. Check out this book. Reward those who ID illegal vacation rentals, so the snitches get rewards. That's what this person's opinion wants to be. Everyone's hey, snitch on them. The year of the snitches, 2021. But I'll read this one here because it's the pro to the con to the pro to the other one. No right to endanger others by risky behavior. Did I really see a packed football stadium around the country this past weekend? I saw that. It was packed. It was thousands and thousands. They just have the venue and go, hey, not required. And everyone just packs and they're like, oh yeah. It was thousands. Oh my God. Oh, or were the games repeat telecast games before the COVID-19 epidemic? Or were they large Donald Trump rallies but without Trump? What is wrong with us as a people? You have the right to pretty much do as you please in this country and Hawaii. But your freedom ends when it infringes on my right to live. More than live. You can go ahead and kill yourself by getting COVID-19. Woohoo, harsh. Go ahead by getting COVID-19. But you don't have the right to engage in activities like attending events in packed stadiums and put others' lives at risk. I agree. You don't have the right to transmit it to people. And in Hawaii, I believe that the local Aloha Freedom Coalition is a totally gross misnomer. They may be a coalition, but they exhibit zero aloha and they totally distort the concept of what true freedom really means. Roman Laverenz Aliavanu. Thank you, Roman. Okay. Oh, we're way out of time here. So, thank you. Aloha. You have a nice day. You be 411. Stay aloha. Okay, go. Bye. Bye. Go. Bye. Go.